When you go to buy a home, you need to understand the sales process. The very first step before you even go looking for homes is know what you can afford. And that means getting fully pre-approved with a mortgage lender like us. That tells you how much you can afford to buy and what your monthly payment can be, so that the realtor knows to only show you those homes. You don't want to be looking at $2 million houses when your budget is more like $700,000. Second step is to go shopping. And that means that you have to have a competitive offer. When a mortgage bank like us, when we pre-approve you, that means we can close as quickly as 10 days. And while most people don't close in 10 days, it makes you a hyper-competitive borrower. So if you have 10 other bids going against you, you are going to stand out. We're also going to provide you a pre-approval letter, which the seller's agent can see to show that yes, we have verified all this information and we are fully committed to lending to you. And you're always going to use that maximum price you're approved for so that they know you can compete in a bidding war if you need to. Then you put the contract down, and that's when we really go to work. So the first step is the loan estimate. We're going to officially disclose the loan, and you will see an estimate with all the detailed fees of what we believe all the transaction costs will be, what you'll need to come to close in that transaction, and so on. You'll also need to put a good faith deposit down to the escrow company. An escrow company is an independent company that manages all the money in a pot. They take your money, they take the title of the house, and they disperse the money to all parties in the transaction. So you're gonna send in the initial deposit, which basically is like keeps a retainer on the home. So then you're gonna sign the loan estimate, which gives us your intent to proceed. And then we're gonna order the appraisal. Once we get the value back and we have all your documents in place, we're going to send it to an underwriter. It's a human being who works on behalf of the bank to make sure you have the ability to repay. That is, during this time, it's super important. You don't change jobs, you don't make any major purchases, and you don't open new credit lines. So no, don't go buy furniture, don't buy a car, don't open a credit card. We need your finances to be steady Eddie, because we have to track all those changes, and the underwriter will start to ask questions, which delays your transaction. The underwriter approves it, and then we send you a closing estimate. The closing estimate looks exactly like the loan estimate and actually allows you to compare side by side anything that's changed up or down. The closing estimate should look exactly like the final documents you sign. So you'll have had a really good chance to review those details, and then physically you will sign in person. Escrow company will send a notary to a time and place of your convenience, and you will physically sign those final documents. And then the realtor gives you the keys once the property is recorded now with the county. So it's typically about a 10 to 30 day process, and I know it makes you very anxious, but the most important thing you can do during this time is follow the lender and escrow's instructions, and they will nudge you when they need it. I assure you, they need to close on time, and make sure that your finances remain steady.